Thinking about a military divorce? It's a whole different battlefield. After 20 years of service, he might think that pension is all his. But federal law, specifically the Uniformed Services Former Spouses Protection Act, says it's our pension. But here's the critical part: how you get paid. Will the military send you a check directly, or will you be stuck chasing your ex for your share every single month? This all comes down to something called the 10/10 rule. Let's break it down. The USFSPA allows state courts to treat military retired pay as marital property and divide it in a divorce. So yes, you are entitled to a portion of that pension. But the 10/10 rule is what really matters for getting paid without hassle. This rule states that for the Defense Finance and Accounting Service, or DFAS, to pay you directly, you must have been married to the service member for at least 10 years. And during that marriage, the service member must have performed at least 10 years of creditable military service. So 10 years of marriage overlapping with 10 years of service. If you meet this 10/10 rule, congratulations. DFAS will cut you a check directly from your ex-spouse's retirement pay. This is a huge relief because you don't have to rely on your ex to pay you. The court order will specify the percentage or amount you're entitled to, and DFAS handles the rest. But what if you don't meet the 10/10 rule? Say you were married for 12 years, but he only served for 8 of those years during the marriage. Or you were married for 9 years of his 20-year career. Does that mean you get nothing? Absolutely not. The state court can still award you a portion of the pension. The difference is DFAS won't pay you directly. The court order will require your ex-spouse to pay you your share each month. And as you can imagine, this can lead to a lot of problems if payments are late or missed, forcing you to go back to court to enforce the order. This is why understanding the 10/10 rule is so crucial when negotiating your divorce settlement. Now, let's just talk about a very common and often misunderstood area: VA disability pay versus military retirement pay. They are not the same thing, and this distinction is vital. A service member might choose to waive a portion of their taxable retirement pay in order to receive non-taxable VA disability benefits. Why does this matter to you? Because under federal law, VA disability pay is not divisible in a divorce. It belongs solely to the veteran. So if your ex-spouse waives a large chunk of their retirement pay for disability pay, the pot of money available for you to share shrinks significantly. This can be a huge financial blow. For example, if the retirement pay is $3,000 a month and you're awarded 50%, beyond the money, what about other benefits? Things like access to the base, the commissary, and healthcare. This is where the 20/20 rule comes into play. If you were married for at least 20 years, the service member served for at least 20 years, and there were at least 20 years of overlap between the marriage and the military service, you are generally entitled to retain full military benefits, including trickery health coverage and base privileges, as if you were still married. You get your own ID card and can continue using these facilities. If you meet the 20/20 rule, 20 years of marriage, 20 years of service, but only 15 years of overlap, you may be eligible for 1 year of transitional trickery coverage, but not the other long-term benefits. If you don't meet these rules, unfortunately, you will lose those base and healthcare privileges upon divorce. Finally, let's talk about securing your future with the Survivor Benefit Plan, or SBP. The SBP is like a life insurance policy on the military retirement pay. If the retired service member passes away, their retirement pay stops. If you are not designated as the SBP beneficiary, your payments stop too. That's it, gone. You can be named the former spouse beneficiary as part of the divorce decree. This ensures that if your ex-spouse dies before you, you will continue to receive a portion of that retirement pay for the rest of your life. The cost for this coverage is deducted from the retirement pay before it's divided, so you both essentially share the cost. Don't overlook this. Failing to secure the SBP is one of the biggest and most devastating mistakes a former spouse can make. It must be elected within 1 year of the divorce, so the clock is ticking. Navigating a military divorce is complex. The rules are specific and can have a lifelong impact on your financial security. Understanding the 10/10 rule, the difference between retirement and disability pay, the 20/20 rule for benefits, and the critical importance of the survivor benefit plan will empower you to protect what you've earned. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more essential legal insights.